Hi, Amy with Fashion Toppings here with a car vlog. I haven't done a car vlog in forever. My oldest is back to school, so I'm back to doing the commute. Just to give you some updates on what's been going on. We got moved into the new house, finally, yay. And I'll do a video as soon as I get everything unpacked. I didn't even realize, I knew I had a lot of clothes, but I didn't realize until you're moving and until stuff has been in storage. And I had stuff in storage for a year. And then when I needed stuff, because the house took longer than expected, so when I needed stuff for the season that I had packed away, I went and bought more. And I ended up moving 26. I had 26 large boxes of clothes. My husband counted them, so I was like, oh yeah, I need to downsize my closet. So I have been going through my clothes, and so far I've only been able to part with, I have 6 garbage bags full of clothes that I'm donating back to the Goodwill. And we don't have our closet systems installed yet. We have, my kids have like the white wire rack, you know, the shelves with the pole. So my kids in their closets, they have that. But in the master closet, my closet system hasn't been installed yet. You know, the shelves and the drawers and the dark brown wood. I don't know what you call it. It's just a closet system. It hasn't been installed yet. So I don't have a place to hang my clothes. So right now, I didn't want to really show you the house yet because I do literally have clothes. Like my guest bedroom is piles of clothes laid out. And then since my clothes have, the rest of my wardrobe has been in storage for a year, in the hot, well, we had 4 storage units, 2 pods, a storage unit, and 2 garages, excuse me, 5 storage units. And so, I mean, it got hot in those. They weren't, what do you call it, climate controlled. So it got hot in those storage units, and my clothes smell like, I mean, like they've been in a storage unit for a year. And so now, you know, 26 boxes, I'm sorting through everything, and then I have to wash everything. As soon as I get everything put away and unpacked, we're kind of decorating as we go. And there's a few things that have to be finished yet. Like I said, my closet systems. I have no hot water in my master bathtub. The plumbers didn't double check. That makes me nervous because I'm always saying, you know, check it before so you don't have to come back. You know, make sure everything's working, make sure nothing leaks, make sure all the stoppers and the sinks work. You know, because our farmhouse didn't. They had to come back and fix that, but we lived that way for a month before they came back and fixed it. So I'm like, make sure everything works. Well, they didn't check the bathtub, so I'm all excited. I'm thinking I'm gonna try to sneak in the bathtub, you know, get some relaxing time in and be able to try out the new bathtub. And so I'm turning on the water, and it's cold. Let it run a little bit longer, it's cold. They never hooked up the hot water to the bathtub. So that means they never checked the bathtub and tested it before they left, which makes me nervous that when they say they test stuff and then we find something that doesn't work, it tells me they didn't test it. So my bathtub doesn't have any hot water. Then we tried to use the microwave, and thank God my husband was there and I was there at the same time, because I put those little steamer bags of I think it's Green Giant or whatever, the steamer bags of peas, and you put them in the microwave, they steam themselves, and then like in a minute and 30 seconds. So I popped one of those in and I walked away. And then my husband turns around and goes, "What the hell did you put in the microwave?" I'm like, "Why?" I turn around, smoke is coming out from underneath our wood countertop. I mean, that is a fear in its own, because it's a wood countertop with polyurethane, the poly finish on it. And the microwave is smoking out of every crack or like gap underneath the island and the cabinets. We got a defective microwave. Well, that took 2 weeks to get replaced. So 2 weeks, no microwave. I'm a microwave girl. I'm not a good cook. So it was stressful, because then we'd have to walk down to the guest house, microwave the food, and then walk back up to the main house to eat it. So it was a pain in the butt for 2 weeks, but we found out it was a defective coating on the microwave. And so when the microwave got hot, it was actually the coating or the paint that started to smoke. So there wasn't really a fire per se, but close enough. When they took the top of the microwave off to show me, there was a big scorch mark like this big on the top of the microwave. So I wasn't happy with that. And that was, I'm gonna tell you now, it was a Sharp. The brand was Sharp, and it's the drawer microwave. So if you've heard of anybody else who's had a problem, you know, I'm just curious if Sharp, you know, had a bad batch that went through, because it was kind of funny because the repair guy had just come from another job that was a Sharp drawer with the same coating issue. So I'm surprised they're not recalling those and replacing them, but we got ours replaced with a brand new one. Finally, took 2 weeks, but it was hilarious because if my husband wasn't there to witness it, I mean, I'm the one that works in the kitchen with, you know, at our house. My husband is the grill master. I'm the one that works in the kitchen. And so for him to look at me and say, what did you put in the microwave? Like as if I was gonna put tin foil in the microwave or metal in the microwave. I'm like, it was this tiny little steamer bag of peas, and it smoked up everything. I mean, it was, I seriously thought there was a fire going underneath our cabinets. So got that fixed. So that's done. We did, for an update on my last video, we did fire the painters. I told you how stressed out I was over that and how crappy of a job that they were doing. We did fire the painters and hired a whole new painting crew to come in. They came in and redid everything, well, almost everything. They came in and redid the doors. They redid our copper ceiling and repainted the inserts, and then did a lot of touch-ups. But we only had them for 4 days based on what we set for a budget. And so there's some other stuff that hasn't been done now that we have to do. Like I told you about how slappy the previous painters were with the stain on the stairs. That stain, it's been like, what, month and a half since they stained our stairs, maybe 2 months. That stain is now bleeding through the white paint again. And I knew that was gonna happen, and it did. So I'm gonna have to touch up the stairs. And so, but fired them. So yes, we fired the painters, hired new painters, got a lot of stuff repainted. That was done. And I don't know if you noticed, I mean, one reason I've been vlogging is because I've been in a baseball cap. Well, you notice my last couple of videos, I think I've been in a baseball cap. I've grown my hair out, not by choice, but by lack of time. My beautician is a 3-week wait time usually to get into her, and then it is a long drive from my house. So for me to make a hair appointment, I mean, I just couldn't get it in because my schedule changes constantly. You know, just like, you know, I have to be there to let in a repair person, or I have to be there for furniture delivery, and it's always 2 days notice. And if I was to make a hair appointment out 3 weeks in advance, it just didn't work. So I haven't had my hair done since we lived in the townhouse, the temporary housing. And my son was in last semester of school. So I haven't had my hair done since it's either April, I think it was April. Well, we're now in September. I haven't had my hair done. So no more pink, and I can't find my pink dye, so I have to go buy more pink dye anyway, because I told you I'd show you how to do the dye, but we packed it up. I don't know where it's at. It probably melted in the heat of storage anyway. But look at how long. Remember this side used to be shaved? I mean, well, my hair is so damn dark because I haven't had it colored. You can't even really see it. There you can see it. Look at how long. This side used to be shaved. Look how long it is. So that's how much my hair has grown in 5 months, I guess. And, you know, it's gotten really long. So I'm trying to decide. My husband wants me to grow it back out. He does not want the short side anymore. So I'm gonna grow it, since I was kind of forced to wear a hat anyway, because, you know, I did that. It's long enough to French braid. So I basically left my hair in a French braid every morning and then just put a hat on. So now that I've gone through that pain of actually growing it out, you know, I'm past that sloppy stage, but I do need to get it trimmed. But yeah, I'm gonna grow it back out. Even though I loved that last hairdo, my husband did not. So I lived with it for a year. Now I'm gonna go back to the longer hair. My husband likes this side much better. So I'm gonna grow the hair back out. And what else? Oh, the other day at Starbucks, I wanted to tell you about that. I felt so bad. I'm in the drive up and I hear this lady screaming, "Help, help!" And I'm looking in my rearview mirror, and she's in the car behind me trying to get out of the car, and the person driving the car is holding on to her. And so, I mean, I panicked. So I put my car in park. I get out of my car, and I was coming around, and I'm like, you know, to help this lady. I'm like, what's going on? Is everything okay? Is everything okay? I felt so bad. The lady that was driving, holding on to the other lady, not letting her out of the car. It was her it was the lady was holding on to her mother, who has dementia, and I guess her mother in the car all of a sudden didn't realize where she was at, and she thought she was being kidnapped. And so because it was quiet there for a little bit, and all of a sudden screaming out of nowhere. This poor lady, she's got her mom in the car. Her mom's got dementia. Her mom is screaming bloody murder, you know, letting her, you know, saying help me, and that she was trying to get out of the car, and her daughter's holding on to her for dear life in the drive up to Starbucks. And it was just, I thought about that poor lady all night, thinking about, you know, what she must go through on a daily basis. You know, her mom has dementia, because, I mean, she apologized. I mean, she must deal with this on a regular basis. She looked at me, she's like, I'm so sorry. My mom's got dementia. I'm just trying to keep her in the car. And, but just, I mean, I'm thinking, you know, you got to say a prayer for those people who, you know, deal with this on a daily basis. One, you know, you're pretty much losing your parent because they don't, you know, they don't remember, you know, you probably fully. I mean, I don't even know how to say this. I mean, you're losing that person that you loved your entire life, and you remember the way they were, and just watching them lose themselves is just traumatic. And then having to deal with the stress of, you know, situations like that where they panic and they don't know what they're doing or where they're going or who's with them, and then having to watch your poor parent go through that, and then also having to personally deal with it. I thank God I haven't had to deal with that, but after watching that lady in the car and just seeing the look on her face, I mean, I thought about her all night, and, you know, you just gotta say a prayer for her. You know, it's just, you don't think about those kind of things until you actually see it, and you gotta be thankful for the things you have in your life that are good, and hold on to them while they're, you know, so good. I mean, that doesn't even make sense. I mean, I'm at a loss for words. Just thinking about that poor lady just brought a tear to my eye, and I couldn't stop thinking about her. So that was one thing. And then my son has picked up photography, and it's just amazing how I gave him my old camera, and it's got it's the professional camera, and it's got the big lens. It's the big bulky camera. I bought it, you know, thinking I was going to get into photography, and I didn't. So I gave it to him, and he's done some amazing things. I'm going to insert some of his pictures. This first one, this is a picture that he took of our creek in our backyard, down at the back of our property. Isn't that gorgeous? This is our creek in our backyard. Okay, this one is a horse that is in the neighbor's, at his friend's neighbor's yard. You know, there's a lot of equestrian properties around. Oops. There's a lot of equestrian properties around, and so this just happened to be, my son saw this horse, and he had the light behind it, and he just has an eye for it. He's only 16 years old. And then at the end, I'll insert some more pictures that he's taken. I mean, he has a natural eye for photography, and he has decided I mean, he hasn't decided 100%, but right now he's leaning towards this is what he wants to do as a career when he gets older, is photography. And I'm so excited about it if he really carries through with it, because my youngest has a natural artistic eye. He's very artistic, especially when it comes to music, and then now with photography. So I wanted to share these pictures with you because I was so proud of him. These pictures are just amazing. I love that he will run up the steps and go out my balcony and my sewing window. I'm like, what are you doing? And he's like, the clouds are beautiful. I want to get a picture. I can, you know, the coloring of the sky, I want to get a picture. He runs out of my balcony in my sewing room, and I'll look out there. He'll be laying on the balcony, looking up at the sky and shooting pictures. And it's just, God, it's just so inspiring. I just wish I had his natural talent when it comes to that kind of stuff. He just has an eye for it. I just don't know what else to say. And what else is going on? I've been going to a few estate sales. Haven't been going crazy with the shopping when it comes to estate sales, because I'm unpacking. If I bring in bags of stuff from estate sales, my husband will just scream because we have so many boxes everywhere right now. But I have gotten some beautiful blankets that, you know, that I'm using for our house and down at the guest house, the farmhouse. And then I've gotten some things for my sewing room. I got a few things, and I'll do a separate video as soon as I accumulate a few more things. I'll do a video for you, kind of showing you the things that I've got. Right now, I'm on the hunt for a foosball table. Not foosball table, foosball table. I think that's what you call it. My son wants one for his game room, and I see them at estate sales all the time. Now that I actually want one, I have not found one at an estate sale. It's crazy. It's like, you know, you see something all the time, and it's like, yeah, someday I'll get one. And then when you're ready, you can't find a damn one anywhere. I can't. And so I have been talking to someone on a garage sale site for one that's almost new. And so I'm negotiating with her, so hopefully we can get all that figured out and I can get a foosball table in my son's game room for him. But he wanted ping pong originally, but then I decided that the ping pong table is just too big. And when I show you the house tour again, you'll see the new leather furniture, the sectional we put in his game room. And there just isn't room for a ping pong table or pool table, so he's getting a foosball table. That's all that's gonna fit. So the dogs are doing great. Moved into the house. Chance, my poor golden retriever, his arthritis has kicked in so bad that he actually can't make any of the stairs, especially the wood floors. So he has chosen on his own accord, he has chosen to live in the basement with my oldest son, which my oldest son loves that idea. But and so he has access to go outside and come back in. He has Chance. He has the couch in my son's little living area that he can sleep on. But he comes to the bottom of the steps, and if I call him up, he looks at me and he gets all excited, but he won't take the steps. I have to come down to him. So I think my poor Chance, my golden retriever, I think the arthritis is probably going to get the best of him, but we're hoping we're going to have a few more good years with him. But he is going to be confined to the basement area because he just can't do the stairs, and that's just heartbreaking because I know he sees the other two dogs come upstairs, and you know, he can't come upstairs. But he's spoiled. I mean, he has a whole other sectional that he gets to be on, or you know, sleep on during the day, and he's got a large carpeted area, you know, and he has access out to the backyard, and he has a view of the backyard because of the glass doors. So it's not like he's in a kennel or anything. He's got a pretty good life, but the poor baby just can't get up the steps. So well, I just wanted to check in with you guys and just do a quick vlog. My son gets out of school in 10 minutes. So I went and parked at a park this time because the parking lot I usually go to, a lot of people are doing kid exchanges in the parking lot. I think they're probably maybe divorced families where they have to do, you know, where one parent takes the child and exchange, you know, they meet in a parking lot. But I had 3 different groups of families exchanging kids and cars and right by me. And when it comes to kids, I don't want people thinking that I'm videotaping them if they see a camera up on my dash. And so I don't want to make people nervous, especially when it comes to kids. So I did have to change my location, and so now I have to drive back, and he gets out of school in, well, now 8 minutes. So but isn't it an exciting vlog? But I wanted to check in with you because it's been a little while. I want to make sure you guys haven't thought I forgot about you. I am. My sewing room is almost set up. It's not decorated, but at least it'll be set up so I can start doing some sewing videos here pretty soon. Right now, just trying to, you know, get the shelves in the, you know, and the fabric in my storage, you know, storage cabinets and all that kind of stuff, just so it doesn't look like a big hoarder mess. But then I can start doing some sewing videos. I have started sewing though. My son and all of his buddies for their church retreat are wearing these big bear outfits. They're called Thunder Buddies, and it's from Ted the movie, but they wanted they're like big giant onesies for adults, or you know, like the footy pajamas for adults, but they don't have any pockets, and they wanted pockets in them so that they can carry their cell phones. And so I had to tear out the seams and give all of them pockets inside of their Thunder Buddies, onesies, footsies, whatever pajamas for this trip. And so it was nice to actually get back to the sewing machine, and you know, but I haven't found all of my sewing stuff yet. So I was actually cutting material with my, those, you know, scissors that are curved that you use for, you know, cuticles. That's what I use to cut the fabric, because I can't find any scissors. So I could have went and bought some, but I'll find it and I'll get set up. But okay, well, enough of the blabbing. I just wanted to check in, say hi, let you know I haven't forgotten about you. I'm still here, and just working on the house, and just, you know, I'm thankful that you guys have all been so patient with how long this house has taken. So okay, well, I better go. So, well, this is Amy with Fashion Toppings. Until next time, you have a good day.